Hello there and welcome to week 4 of Project 52, where we are trying to produce 52 tracks throughout the year, one track for each week. Today we are starting week 4, it's Thursday, so yesterday I uploaded week 3 to YouTube, and right after I uploaded the video I started week 4's track, and it's here. As you can see, I haven't gotten very far yet, but hopefully within a week we'll have a ready track mixed and mastered. So let's get right to it. I'll show you first what I've done here, and then we'll move forward into developing this idea further towards a full track. So the main part here is probably these drums again, and this is just a simple percussion loop. I wouldn't call this maybe drums because they're mostly percussions and stuff like that. And with the percussions I have this ambience recording here. The name was, let me see if I can see it somewhere. I think the name, oh okay, here it is. Tokyo Airport Departure Lobby. So somebody recorded, I found this on Splice. Somebody recorded the lobby on Tokyo Airport, and it was pretty cool in my opinion. So I took the sample and just chopped it in a lot of sections and created this pattern from the ambience recording. And then I have this next section where we get some chords, 2 layers. One is a phase plant patch. And then I have another layer with analog lab, and that one sounds like this. And everything together, this is so far what I've done with this week's track. Let's have a listen. That is where we are at the moment. So I'm already thinking we should maybe add a bass to this second part of this section here, and also maybe a kick drum to start building up the drums into a drop probably. I think this is going to be a drum and bass track. Not sure what type of drum and bass track and how heavy, but I think we'll see soon. Okay, so for this part, I think let's start from the bass, because I'm already thinking of a classic, you know, drum and bass, breeze bass. Then we need a subgroup. Let's add some more pitch bending because it's nice, it's fun. Alright, that's it. Let's move on. So one more of these, let's duplicate it, and then also the vocals here. Not the vocals, the ambience thing. And then what we are going to now add is a kick drum, which I'm really excited about. Kick drum. Actually, before we go into the kick drum, I want to show you one thing that I tried when I was making the percussion loops. I think it was from a splice pack called Brazilian Bossa Nova or something. And even though it sounds weird, but it kind of did fit the groove in some way. So let me try to find it for you. I'll play it. So let me show it to you. Let's put it here. Listen to this. We're keeping it. I'm glad that I showed it to you, because now I realized that it really did fit everything. So even though it's kind of weird, but it's different at least. I don't know. What do you think? I think it fits. It's very different, but I like it. It's always cool to make something very well that you've heard before, but it's even cooler to make something that you've never heard, because then you don't really have to follow any rules, you know, you can just decide what sounds cool and then go with it. So I like to just experiment with things, even though it's from a music genre that's way different than drum and bass, but hey, you know, if it fits. So okay, kick drum next. Like this is kind of cool. Should we try to use this one? let's try to look for a snare. Maybe one of the Fox Stevenson ones. Oh, that's pretty snappy. Let's try that one. Oh man, this bossa nova thing is so funny. Alright. I'm thinking of a tambourine for this part here. If there are any drum and bass producers out there, do you also sidechain the snare? Let's hear the difference actually. So that's with the snare in the sidechain. Yeah, I think we need both. Alright, let's hear it with everything else. We need some sort of shaker or tambourine in the background. So that's that. I don't know where we should go from here, you know, like in terms of the track. Like what's next? Should we make some sort of build up or something else? Let's try augmented brass for a starter for the build up. Should we keep the bossa nova going? Let's keep the bossa nova going. Let's actually take it up in reverb for the build up and then bring it back down. Should the chords continue in some way? Okay, that's not the one. But actually, let's add an impact. Yeah. All right. I think we need some distortion in the brass. And then we'll have the drop. The build-up is also still quite terrible, but we'll edit it later to make it better. I don't know what the drop will be like. I still don't have a vision for the track yet, as I did last week. Like as soon as I started the track, I knew what it was going to be like. But now I'm just kind of experimenting, so I have no idea what this track is going to be, but I hope we can figure it out in the coming days. But I think I'm going to leave this here for today. I'll continue maybe off camera and then probably tomorrow come back to you and I'll show you all the changes that I've made. Maybe I've already started the drop a little bit, but I don't know. Let's see what I'll end up doing. So tomorrow we'll tackle the drop and try to get forward in the production of the track. So see you then. Hello, we are back. So it's Friday as I promised, and I made some progress on the track, mainly on mixing the intro here. So I think it's much more balanced now. I also changed a lot of the sound, so the kick drum is now different. The previous one didn't really work here, so I changed it. The current one sounds like this. It's a little bit snappier and also just fits better in the mix overall. There's a lot of new stuff in the drums. Let me play you first everything that I've done so far. And actually just 10 minutes ago or something, I started to mess around with some drop ideas and I made this MIDI file here, which kind of changes the scale that we're in. So in this intro here, I think we are in some sort of weird scale that's not minor nor major. And in the drop, I figured we might go into full-on G-sharp major. But I'll play too. So first I'll play the intro and then a little bit of the build up and then separately the drop. until this point, the chord progression is the same. And when we go into the drop, I figured we could do something like this. I try to think of drop ideas with the same chord progression as in here or without any chord progression at all, which is what sometimes happens with some styles of drum and bass. Like heavier ones where you just have sounds rather than actual notes. Although I like that kind of music, I'm just so bad at making it. Like I can't figure out the sound design at all, and very quickly it starts sounding repetitive if you just do weird noises and stuff. So it's just more natural and easier to me to try to make things melodic. I don't know where that comes from, but that's just how I usually end up doing. So I think we could try it like this. So there would be something like these chords in the background. And we would maybe come up with a melody of some sort, and the drop would kind of progress. It would be, I think it would be twice the length that it is currently. So what we would do is just copy these, maybe even copy this whole sweep here, and then add some more drums probably. Maybe you guys. We could bring everything just like all the same stuff that we have in the intro. Okay, so what sort of melody should we do here? Melody. All right. Melody. Let's just try to start by trying. Let's start by trying. That's a great idea. I'll do that from now on. So let's maybe start by trying to sound design some sort of sound for us. Oh man, not looking forward to this. I'm already seeing myself in like 50 minutes still trying to do this same sound here. But now, let's focus. We can do it. We can do it in 10 minutes, I promise. We have this one resonance that we need to get rid of. How cool is that actually? Check this out. When I'm scrolling through the frequencies with a bell or peak, it's called here, filter, I can see the resonant frequencies without having to even listen to the actual sound. As I'm scrolling through the frequencies, you don't see where I'm pointing at, but you can see this peak here. You can see it growing. And when we go past the resonant frequency, it shrinks again. So I'm thinking this is the frequency that we need to take out. Something like that maybe, and it sounds pretty cool. And then we need to just design the sound in a way that it doesn't sound that static, so we need to make some sort of movements. All right, let's try to record it and then see what we can make from it. Definitely a Grammy-worthy performance. All right, so what should we do here in terms of not being too boring with the sound? And then, sometimes the phase plant GUI is super slow. Like it just suddenly it just slows down. I don't know why. And then just do it like this. Oh. Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. So slow. All right, thank you. Where is my mouse? No, we do not want to map that there. Please. Don't get me wrong, like as a plugin developer, I know that GUI is just hard, like performance-wise, especially with so much going on. So I fully understand that everything might not run super smoothly all the time with Faceplant, and it could just be my machine. But you know, it's kind of annoying when you just want to be in the flow and performance things comes blocking that. Anyway. Okay, last thing today, I'll try to fit it in here. I actually have to leave the house very soon, but maybe I'll get this done. So we need a bass, surprisingly. So let's try to do that before we end for today. Okay, let's make the sub bass separately. I'll forget everything in here. I'll remove Grammy P as well. And we'll only have just the sub bass here. And maybe off camera, I'll do the top layer. So this is where we got today. I mean, we didn't get very far, but at least we got something done. I'll try to continue this maybe on the weekend. Maybe I'll film it, maybe I won't. Let's see. But I'll get back to you when I have a next chance of filming something. So see you next time, probably in a couple of days. Alrighty, welcome back. I tried to work on the track yesterday on Saturday, and today it's Sunday, and I also tried to work on it this morning. And I'm afraid that our melodic idea that we did previously just doesn't work, which is a bummer because it's already Sunday. And actually I'm not going to be at home on Tuesday nor on Wednesday, so we are kind of in a rush here. But I just don't really want to leave it like this because it just doesn't quite fit the intro idea that we did at first. So I've tried to refine it. I also have this arrangement already here, but it's quite rough around the edges. And I'm starting to realize that the drop with the major scale that we did just doesn't work. Let me actually show it to you with the changes that I've made and how it sounds at the moment. It sounds pretty good, but just not for this track. So yeah, let's leave it as a backup. I mean, it's cool and all, but yeah, right. So my idea, let's all right, let's add an audio track here in the effects. I have a bad feeling about this. We might have to go back to the old drop, but I'll do my best to try to make this idea that I have in my head. That's terrible. I'm getting stressed about this. Okay, now the camera is way too bright. Give me a second, I'll close the blinds a little bit. I have like half an hour left to film today, so... Well, I guess we have the old drop if this doesn't work out, but... let's see. I'm so lost. I don't like this at all. This is why I don't do drops like this. Like, I have the ideas, but then when I start doing the sound design, it's just so goddamn hard. To be honest with you, I'm not in a very good mood right now. I don't know what I have to do here anymore. Like, I had the idea, I don't have the idea anymore. It's just... Okay guys, this was everyone's waste of time. I recorded for 45 minutes and seriously just went backwards. I'm gonna end for today. I can't do this anymore. I'm just so frustrated. So I'll maybe try to implement this new type of heavier drop on my own. If it doesn't work, we'll just retreat to the old drop, the melodic one. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this track. I'll have to figure it out. I have like 1 day left. This would be the point usually where I would abandon the project and not touch it anymore. But since we are doing this challenge, and we're gonna have to finish it, I'm gonna keep trying. But anyway, I'm gonna have to practice some mindfulness after this session. Just gonna have to try to look at the big picture and not just the times that you don't succeed. Anyway, I'll see you one more time probably, or tomorrow I hope. And then we would have to have the track ready, and I haven't even started editing the video, so I'm kind of screwed. But I'll do my best. I'm sure we'll get the video out, but let's see. So see you tomorrow. I kind of have to record tomorrow, so see you then. All right, we're back at it. I got some sleep after yesterday's session. It was kind of frustrating yesterday to just go backwards in progress, but I guess it happens sometimes. There's no way around it, so just gotta keep pushing forward, I guess. So actually yesterday I continued a little bit after closing the camera and hitting my head against the wall a couple of times. I just tried to get something on the door and not leave it as we left when we were recording, because it's kind of even more frustrating if you leave the day's session in a bad place, you know, then I have even less motivation to come back the next day. So I usually just try to force myself into leaving everything in some sort of positive note before closing everything for the day. And actually now the project is in much better shape. It's not the idea that I had in my head yesterday, but it's fine. I never managed to actually realize the ideas that I have. The end result is always something very different. But I found this sound from Analog Lab, surprise. It's some sort of arpeggio, I think. It's called Ivory Meditation, the preset name. And that's the new sound for the drop. I actually kind of have the layout ready. I figured we could just today try to finalize it. And then at the end of this recording session, I hope I'm able to play the track. And that's our entry for week 4, which I'm so glad to get this finally over with, because again, this was much more work that I wanted to spend on this track. As you can see, we have 69. Nice. We have 69 tracks, which is kind of a lot for me. I rarely have that many tracks. So let me just play the first drop, which is the new part, and then the second drop is actually half just this intro part here. I'll play to you soon as well, but let's first hear the new drop. I'll probably play whole way through the drop because this part is pretty either interesting or weird. You can be the judge, but anyway, let me just stop talking and play the track. So that's the weird part that I was talking about. It's kind of odd the way that the note changes here, but some way it kind of works. I don't care if it doesn't. I'm not going to change it anymore. It doesn't happen in the second drop, so it's just for this part. The effects are kind of interesting if you want to hear them. We kind of have this thing that we like, it's 4 beats at the start of each 4 bars or something like that. So 1 bar at the start of each 4 bars, we have some sort of effect thing happening. The first one is like this. The second one is like this. And then there's a couple of these. That's the third one. And you have this sort of flute here. Then we have some of the 6th sample mud pies. And that's pretty much it for the effect. If you wanna get your hands on these mod pies, there's 10 of them. There's a lot of stuff. So if you wanna get these sort of experimental bass sounds for your productions, all you gotta do is purchase one 6th sample plugin. It doesn't matter which one, and you'll get access to the 6th club. And the 6th club is just some extra content as a thank you for supporting my work. So there's some sample packs and also some Serum presets. Yeah, so just something fun as a thank you for your support. So that's where you can get these if you're interested. Other than the effects, the drums, there's a lot of things going on. Let me play the drums in solo actually, maybe with the effects as well. So here's the drums and the effects from the first drop. So yeah, anyway, the bass is very simple. It's actually even less interesting than the intro bass. The intro bass is actually, I think, pretty cool. Which is just this face plant patch. But the drop bass is very simple. It just sounds like this. And then the synths or the leads, whatever you want to call them. So there's 2 layers for the main ARP. So we have the Analog Lab one, and also we have a phase plant layer, which just gives some high end and also width. It's just a simple saw wave. And also we have this 3rd layer, which is just some melody in the background and also very wide to get out of the way of the bass and the main ARP. Actually, the main sound appears to be kind of mono, but then we have some further filling of the sides. And then this one sound. Which is actually from the previous drop that we got rid of. But that's pretty much it for the new drop. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's nothing extraordinary, but it's pretty cool. It's different. So after the first drop, what we are doing here is just a simple break, very short break, because the drops are kind of long. Let me just play it too. It sounds like this. No, it doesn't. It actually has some sound. And then we go into the second build-up, which is kind of identical to the first one. And then here comes a new drop. after the second drop, we just have this simple outro. Everything just kind of filtered away. And then it just stops. I kind of like the ending. I say that we could try to finalize this track, but I don't really know if we need to do anything to it anymore, because there's a lot of things, and I'm afraid if I start messing around with the different elements too much, we end up just making it worse, and then I would want to change something again, and I can't really afford to do it either, so we kind of just have to go with this. It's decent. I like it. So I think I'm going to now master the track very quickly with clips, just make the frequencies a little more balanced and just maximize everything afterwards. Alright, I think that's good enough. It's a bit too harsh on some of the mid-range content, but who cares? So anyway, that's week 4. So that's 1 month already, gosh. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me to actually have people interested in this little project that I decided to take on for this year. And if you want to join the challenge yourself, which I would be super happy about, there is a link down below in the description to the Sixth Temple Discord server, where we have this Project 52 text channel where we share the tracks every week and give feedback and just hang out. So if you want to join the community, you're more than welcome to do so. We would be happy to have you there. But I think that's enough of talking for today. I'll play the track now. I hope you like it, and I also hope to see you next week for week 5 of Project 52. So see you then. Bye.